Assalamualaikum to our lecturer, Dr. Muhammad Rashdan bin Salimuddin. We want to present about our group assignment. Malaysia Airports Holding Berhad has been chosen as our company that we want to discuss for principle of management assignment. Now, I want to introduce my group members. I am Nur Ain Suhada binti Abdullah, matric number 294132. I am a group leader for this assignment. Next, Hani Zayani binti Shamsuddin, matric number 294548. Our third members, Nur Haifah Hawani binti Muhammad Syamuddin, matric number 294596. Our fourth member, Nur Shakira binti Muhammad Hafiztan, matric number 294992. Lastly, Muhammad Irfan bin Muhammad Nur Asmalizad, matric number 296844. This is table of content in this assignment. First, we have background of MHB, mission, vision and objective of MHB, organization chart of MHB, the management function of MHB, main competitors of MHB, SWOT of MHB, future direction of MHB, conclusion and reference.
Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad is one of the world's largest airport operator groups in terms of total passengers that they have handled so far. Their main company or so-called office is based in Persiaran Corporate KLIA, which is located in Sepang, Malaysia. This corporation previously managed 39 airports in Malaysia, including international airport, starport, domestic airports, and not forgetting the one and only overseas airport. This company is structured with a board of directors, which is responsible for overseeing the company's management and operations. And not forget the management team that is responsible for day-to-day running of the company. This company is also divided into several divisions and the commercial services division, which are responsible for different aspects of company's operation. Malaysia Airport was incorporated in 1992 as Malaysia Airport Berhad Malaysia. Airport Berhad thereafter became a public limited company and was listed on the Malaysia Stock Exchange, or called Bursa Malaysia, in 1999. This is a significant accomplishment for them because not every firm can afford to go that far in their operational path. Following that, it has also become the first Asian airport operator to become public, and just the sixth country in the world to do so. This firm, like any other, has established its own visions and goals in order to maximize profit and participate in the future. Aside from that, they also established a brand promise to engage both newcomers and existing customers. They will next convey their business culture and fully outline their key values. Malaysia Airport Berhad hold this vision and objective as its corporate identity, not merely as a phrase or a logo. Malaysia Airport Berhad operates four types of airports, which are international airports, domestic airports, starports, and the international airport. KL International Airports and Kota Kinabalu Airport are two examples of international airports. Following that, Malaysia Berhad provide domestic airports such as Melaka Airport and Sandakan Airport. Furthermore, Malaysia Airport has starport such as Angkor Starport and Bakalallang Starport. However, the sole overseas airport is Istanbul Sabiha Gökçen Airport in Turkey.
Next, mission of Malaysia Airport Berhad is centered on creating joyful experience, especially at their airports. Their aim is to become a service leader by embedding a customer-centric culture into the operations. And for vision Malaysia Airport Berhad is to be a global airport group that champions connectivity and sustainability. Next, there are four objectives of Malaysia Airport Berhad, which is first, practicing sensible economics. Over the years, they have successfully evolved into a diversified airport operator group with solid fundamentals. Moving forward, they aim to create more opportunities and value for their stakeholders. Second, environmental consciousness. Malaysia Airport Berhad commit to growing responsibly. They continue to manage and reduce impact on the environment caused by their business operations. Third, creating an inspiring workplace. Malaysia Airport Berhad employees are the most valuable asset, as skilled employees prove to be a vital component in delivering a high level of competency in their business practices. Fourth, community-friendly organization. They continue to build on their proud tradition of giving back to the broader community by supporting and strengthening community engagement, especially within the vicinity of their operations.
Organisation Chart of Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad, or known as MAHB. MAHB is the largest airport in Malaysia. The main board of directors in MAHB is Tan Sri Datuk Zainul Ali as a chairman of this company, and followed by Datuk Ir Haji Muhammad Hussein, a senior independent non-executive, Muhammad Nizam Muhammad Khair as alternate director to Yang Berbahagia Datuk Zamzuri, and Datuk Iskandar Mizal Mahmud as managing director. This company chart has been divided into 8 main departments, which is to make the company operate smoothly. This is to avoid chaos in a company which can put the company in disaster.
The management function of Malaysia Airports Holding Berhad. First is planning. Planning means setting goals and choosing a course of action to reach those goals in the management role. It can help managers to be a good decision makers. MAHB goals. According to MAHB annual report, this company has 17 sustainable development goals, and the top 5 of the goals are: first, no poverty, a basic standard of living and social protection benefits for everyone, including the poorest and most vulnerable. Second, zero hunger, creating a world free of hunger by 2030. Third, good health and well-being aspires to ensure health and well-being for all, including a bold commitment to end the epidemics of AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and other communicable diseases by 2030. Number 4, quality education to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Lastly, gender equality, empowering women and promoting gender equality is crucial to accelerating sustainable development. 3 types of planning for 3 levels of management. First, strategic planning. Strategic planning components include the SWOT analysis, which are strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It also takes 1 to 5 years of planning. The company's top management, including the chairman, managing director, and senior independent director, are participating in this strategic planning. Tan Sri Zainal Ali, the CEO of Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad, has the responsibility of upholding a relationship of trust with and among board members. Managing Director Datuk Iskandar Mizan Mahmud is the one who represents the company to important clients, workers, suppliers, and professional associations. Senior Independent Director position held by Datuk Azaliza Muhammad Ahad. She is responsible for serving as a point of contact where investors and other stakeholders can voice their concerns about the group operation. Next is tactical planning. This is for 6 to 24 months of planning, which will come up with clear and concrete approach to execute the strategic plan. It is a task for middle-level managers. They will deal with common problems that arise in a particular business location or in a particular department within the company. They also carry out the big picture plans of the senior management. Middle-level managers' primary responsibilities are to interpret policies. Lastly, operational planning. Operational planning assumes the existence of organizational-wide or subunit goals and objectives and provides instruction on how to achieve them. It is a short range or less than a year and is intended to create precise actions that complement the strategic and tactical plans. First-line managers were involved in this planning. They must establish objectives and create operational plans to attain them in collaboration with their department. They are responsible for setting goals, monitoring metrics, creating schedule, and ensuring that workers stay on task. Strategic positioning. By providing better value to its client, a corporation can set itself apart from competitors through strategic positioning. This might provide them a competitive edge over other comparable business and ultimately boost profit for the business. It is crucial since it can aid established businesses in growing by raising the volume of products they produce and the success of their business. The management, operation, repair and development of airport is Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad primary activity. Aircraft landings and parking fees are how Malaysia Airports generates its income, passenger service fees, other airline fees, including revenue from businesses providing service at airports like duty-free store and other retail establishment, hotels, operation and commercial leasing. Assessing the current reality. First, internal environment. Their strengths are talent management and staff skill development. They also provide efficient consumer service, but also in handling competitive problems in the transportation market. Their weakness is existing lack of resources or abilities within the organization. High cost of replacing existing experts and fixing the infrastructure is one of the weaknesses of MHB. Next, external environment. The opportunity is they use geographic market segmentation, which the variable of geography can influence consumers' need as well as they can increase profit for the company. The threats of MHB is political issues that happen in this country make changes from terms of policies and law at any time. MAHB also has a lot of competitors from this country and other countries. Organizing. The managerial function of organizing comprises establishing an organizational framework and assigning resources to ensure that objectives are met. Level of organization culture. Organizational culture has three levels, which are observable artifacts, exposed values, and basic assumptions. Level 1 is observable artifacts. It is the easiest aspect of culture to change. Starting with a new dress code or wall painting might be the first step in transforming an artifact. Making a work environment that is inspiring is the first of the MAHB's observable artifacts. This business is committed to supporting the professional and personal development of its staff members through worldwide community development initiatives, encouraging team building exercise, and skill upgrading programs for education and training. Level 2, expose value. An organization's founder or top managers may present explicitly express principles and norms that are valued by the organization. Hosting joyful connections is the brand promise of MHB. The fulfillment of the promise depends on all the parties developing solid, fruitful connections. Generate another joy by foreseeing requirements and making plans for them now. Preparing individuals and organizations for the future. Finally, work efficiently to produce the necessary result by being well organized, prompt, and knowledgeable. Level 2, expose value. An organization's founder or top managers may present explicitly express principles and norms that are valued by the organization. Hosting joyful connections is the brand promise of MHB. The fulfillment of the promise depends on all the parties developing solid, fruitful connections. Generate another joy by foreseeing requirements and making plans for them now. Preparing individuals and organizations for the future. Finally, work efficiently to produce the necessary result by being well organized, prompt, and knowledgeable. Level 3, basic assumptions. Basic assumptions are very difficult to change. Integrity makes the staff know that they are working in a company that has a strong code of ethics that they need to believe in and abide by. Customer centricity makes the staff respond to all customers with timely and appropriate solutions using skills that they are proud of. Accountability, the senior staff or managers need to motivate their teammates and commit to a successful outcome for all. New ideas make the staff embrace new ideas and make them realize that today's solution will solve tomorrow's problem. They need to offer, encourage, and implement new workable ideas that challenge the status quo. Type of organizational culture. The organizational culture of MHB is comparable to clan culture, which values flexibility above stability and is employee focused. Demonstrate that they want their employees to feel strongly committed to and identify with the company. Over 10,000 people work for MHB in Malaysia and they place a strong value on client happiness. They are motivated to keep working hard and to enhance their service offerings so that travelers through their airports are more comfortable. Employees at MHB are encouraged to value diversities and accept one another's difference in social and cultural background. Leading. In order to inspire others to act, A leader must use both official and informal networks of influence. Process perspective on employee motivation. The theories of equity or justice expectation and goal setting are the three process perspectives on motivation. We can see that MAHB applies the goal setting theory more frequently. If people comprehend, embrace, and are devoted to the aims, this notion may be helpful. This is so that MHB may realize its own vision and brand promise, which they are confident will lead to success and realize the company's ultimate goal. Behavioral approach. Task-oriented behavior and relationship-oriented behavior were the two categories of leader behavior that these techniques identified. Relationship-oriented behavior is the focus of MHB leadership strategies. This strategy is focused on how a leader interacts with their followers. The focus is on developing employees' talent and building strong working bonds between leaders and lead all as well as among co-workers. This organization values diversity within its workforce. They place a high value on client happiness, which drives them to make significant improvement to their service delivery. Transactional or transformational leadership. Employees are transformed by this leadership to prioritize organizational aims over personal ones. MHB uses skill-enhancing training and education programs, constructive social development projects, and enjoyable team-building exercise for its personnel. Their organizational culture values variety among its personnel, and everyone accepts the social and cultural diversity of others.
Lastly, for control, control involves putting in place procedures to direct the team towards goals and keeping track of performance in that direction. The control function's goal is to make sure the organization advances towards its set objective. Based on Malaysia Airport's financial results for the quarter ended 31 December 2021, all statements are forward-looking and represent management's current expectation, views, intention, or objective for the future as well as assumptions made in light of the information that is presently available. The statements are made subject to a number of risks, uncertainties, and contingencies, and are based on numerous assumptions. For instance, Malaysia Airport compares its budget expectation with its actual achievements in cost control, and if the latter are greater, management intervenes. For instance, Malaysia Airport Berhad selected codes for on-board cleaning service after each flight from other suppliers like Mass Aero Service in order to reduce expense. The most popular term used to describe this step performance by Malaysia Airport is outsourcing. Paying a third party is typically less expensive than doing the work in-house. Cost management is a crucial component that will support and boost profitability growth. In this instance, the management of Malaysia Airport concentrates on employees with qualification to achieve the best result. Employees have something to look forward to, plan for, and be excited about when companies embrace this forward-looking, future-focused approach. Following that, a sense of purpose emerged. The establishment of meaningfulness in routine tasks, on the other side, feed forward and enables people to concentrate more on offering potential valuable, practical, and objective advice that is helpful for genuine improvement in the future.
Now, I will tell about the main competitors of Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad. Every firm that wants to follow their goals in the industries must be faced with a lot of competition. Malaysia Airport Berhad's rivals must be in the same transportation industry. It makes no difference whether they are from the same or different types of group. There are many other airports that provide the same service as Malaysia Airport Berhad. It's an example of similar types of rival. Aside from that, rivals from other categories include land transportation, such as e-hailings and buses, and there could also be competitions from railroad transportation, like train or monorail. Malaysia Airport Berhad's main competitors are Changi Airport Group in Singapore, Suvarnabhumi Airport in Bangkok, Thailand, and Incheon International Airport in South Korea. This is the example of the same categories of competitors for Malaysia Airport Berhad, due to all other airports offering the same services as they do. Malaysia Airport Berhad, on the other hand, is one step ahead of the competitors, since it provides a comprehensive range of facilities and services that cater to the demands of the passengers. For example, they have a duty-free store, a nice lounge, prayer facilities for Muslims, larger luggage storage, and not forget the free Wi-Fi for their valued clients. Moreover, Malaysia Airport Berhad has chosen a strategic location to develop an advanced airport like Sepang in Kuala Lumpur, Kuching in Sarawak, and Langkawi in Kedah. This action makes it become a hub for air travel in the region itself. Other than the same group of competitors, Malaysia Airport Berhad also has other competitors from other categories of transportation. For example, it might be land transportation like e-hailing or buses. Nowadays, there are several e-hailing services available, including Grab, InDriver, and AirAsia. As a result, people have a variety of options to choose their preferred e-hailing service. In spite of that, people are not willing to book an e-hailing service for traveling to somewhere that is too far because it will consume a large amount of money, but it takes a longer time. For buses, the price is less expensive, but the journey might take a longer time than other types of the transportation. For railroad transportation, such as Kereta Api Tanah Melayu, the cost is a little bit pricey, but the journey is almost the same as buses. Other than that, certain destinations must be transited before arriving the final destination. The transit also usually took about 3 to 4 hours before the next train is arriving. From the discussion above, we can infer that Malaysia Airport Berhad does not need to be worried too much about their competitors due to several reasons. To begin with, the amenities provided and location chosen by Malaysia Airport Berhad are so far superior compared to those other airports that are available either inside or outside of Malaysia. Moreover, the period of time for the journey is shorter than the other transportation method. Even the ticket was a little bit expensive sometimes, but they always made hot deals and promotion for their beloved customers. But there are also some customers that are willing to buy the ticket at a higher price because they want a comfortable ride for their journey. Many passengers agreed that flying is less tiring than traveling by e-hailing or buses.
SWOT analysis was founded by Albert Humphrey, and it traditionally credited with coming up with the plan in the 1960s. It is claimed it's still up for debate. SWOT analysis has become recognized as beneficial in differentiating from and carving out a niche with the larger market. It is also as the SWOT metric. The term weakness and strength are related internally. The term opportunity and threats are also related externally. What is Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad's strengths? Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad strength is geographical reach. Malaysia Airport has a large and multinational company, which not only exists in providing efficient service for a flight, but also is in handling competitive problem in the miscellaneous transportation market. Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad manage and handle 39 airports across Malaysia, which include 5 international airports, 17 domestic airports, and 17 stall ports. We can, based on the article, Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad recorded higher passenger movement in February 2023. Talent management and staff skill development at Malaysia Airport. Human resources are critical to Malaysia Airport across in the miscellaneous transportation industry. This statement can be the proof when Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad has no plans to lay off, reduce its approximately 10,000 employees despite facing limited sources following the COVID-19 pandemic. This cannot happen if they do not have a responsible leader and a team that is highly skilled in their line of work. Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad control the quality of the work being done, and Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad also protect the welfare of workers. What is Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad weakness? First, high costs for replacing highly skilled and expert workers, and to fix it, the infrastructure. A few employees are responsible for the company-based knowledge, and replacing them will be difficult in the present condition, and Malaysia Airport do not have much investments to build and fix the building because it must have extra costs to build a new infrastructure and fix it. Malaysia Airport also faced a challenge when there were several internet outages that caused several important operations to be affected. Secondly, loyalty among suppliers is low. It is because supplier cannot find the new supply and cannot find the new spare part. Supplier take a time to order the spare part because they are from overseas. Supplier also uh, Supplier also find it hard to find a new spare part because Malaysia Airport is coming up with the new innovation and technology to drive down price in the supply chain. This is example of the article that is one of a witness Malaysia Airport holding Berhad. What is Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad opportunity? Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad use geographic market segmentation. Geographic segmentation is dividing an overall market into a homogeneous group based on their location. Four geographic variables may influence the consumer needs, as well as the profit potential for a company is market size, market density, climate, and region. Opportunity in online booking in and increasing adoption of online services by customer will also enable Malaysia Airport to provide new offering to the customer in the miscommunication transportation industry. For example, Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad has a cooperation with MAS, a Asia company, and others. What is Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad traits? Firstly, countries that have political issue will be changed anytime from term of policy, law, and others. Countries who have political issue is unstable financially and economically and other factors. Investors care to invest because they can be lost and do not have return on capital, also do not get a profit. Secondly, Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad has many competitors from Malaysia and other countries. We can see the Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad rival is Capital A Berhad. Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad has competitive pressure because the transportation sector has shorter new product launch timelines. It has increased the pressure of the competition on participants like Malaysia Airports. Malaysia Airport enormous client base prevent it from being able to react swiftly to the demand of the narrower segment that the disruptors are concentrating on.
Next, I would like to present about the future direction of MHB. Firstly, the sustainability and environmental initiative. In line with global trend, Malaysian airports may place increases emphasis on sustainability and environmental initiative. This to involve green practice on Malaysia airports, reducing carbon emission, implementing renewable energy source, and promoting eco-friendly operation. This can help bring fresh global environment and also make the airport more sustained to the global changes in the future. Secondly, connective and airline partnership. This to give confidence to future partner to establish bilateral relationship with our company. The strong bond with partnership is important because without partner, some airport cannot work properly. From this, we can conclude that partnership is very important to run company smoothly. Finally, the direction of Malaysia Airport is to enhance passenger experience. All companies around the world have the same target, that is to become the most valuable company in the eyes of consumer. To achieve that, Malaysia airports must give all their effort to make sure they are the best among the best. When customers are satisfied with the facility provided, this can directly improve the quality of company management in a better direction. To conclude all of the future direction, we can see that the company need to operate with 200% power to make sure they can achieve the dream they want. That's all from me. Thank you.
As a conclusion, we can say that Malaysia Airport Holdings Berhad is one of the major airport operator organizations in the world. They have their own mission, vision, and objective that their company wants to achieve and fulfill one day. Other than that, this company also has a good organization which will help to improve their services and gain more profit. MAHB uses management function which are planning, organizing, leading, and controlling to manage the company. Besides, their main competitors are Changi Airport Group in Singapore, Incheon International Airport in South Korea, and Suvarnabhumi Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. Not forget, the company also has their strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Therefore, this company needs to reduce the impact of the internal factors and overcome the threats to make sure the management will run smoothly.